Hello, my name is Kevin and this is the Love Decanters channel. So yeah, my latest trip out, I went to 15 Collingwood Road and the shop is called 15 Collingwood, and it is a shop, it's not an antique centre. The way they work is dealers can bring things in and what's the word, not conscription, consignment, yes, that's the word I'm looking for. So you put stuff in by consignment and they do vet what comes in, so you can't put any old rubbish in there, it has to be something nice. And yeah, so there's always going to be nice things in there, and if you're looking for something, you know, to go shopping and you're definitely going to be buying something, it's a good place to go because all the stuff is nice, you know. And there is a few, it's not all, it's vintagey stuff, but also there's a few handmade things by local artists, etc. So yeah, it's a very nice place to go, just to go and hang out and browse what they've got. And yeah, and I bought something. Oh God, I couldn't help myself. It's terrible. This hobby, this cheap hobby I'm supposed to be having, making these YouTube, is killing me. But I do sell a lot of glass in there. Yeah, so that's my what's the word, conflict of interest. I've got quite a bit of glass in there. Yeah, my collection is just too huge. I need to have less, especially some of it's in boxes, so that needs to come out, and the only way that you can come out of boxes is for there to be less. So yeah, I just shouldn't be having stuff in boxes. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm doing my best on that front, and yeah, I am culling my collection. It's sad, but you know, my little babies are all going, but that's how it is. And I'm still buying stuff, so it's terrible, even worse. Just madness. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I did learn a bit again, so yeah, here we go. So today I'm here at 15 Collingwood. You can see there's a sign here, and yeah, I've been here before. In fact, I sell some glass in here, so some of the glass I'm going to show you will be mine. They're very careful about what comes in, so yeah, there's, you know, I could have something to say about everything, but I won't do that because I'll be looking up references forever. But yeah, I will have a pick through, and yeah, I'll point out what's mine because yeah, I don't want any conflict of interest here. So here we go. Just by the entrance, and yeah, these are mine. You'll see I did a video on Thomas Webb OG bowls, and these were in it. So yeah, these are pre-war. And and I did a video last night on Bristol Blue, and yeah, none of these are English. This one is actually labelled Poland. I've not heard of Hortense. I might look them up, see what other kind of things they did. So I did a quick Google of Hortensia, and yeah, this picture is not good. Yeah. According to this, there's a nice little biography of them here, and yeah, they started in the 1890s, went on for a bit, and after a few changes of hands, it says, and by the end of the 1800s, it was not able to survive. So yeah, it's no longer running. It does mean that if you see any of their labelled glass, it's going to be over 20 years old. But yeah, so I also did a bit of a Google images on them, and yeah, some interesting things appeared. So here's a bowl that I've been previously looking for. I think I made a shot at it being Stozzle from Bohemia, but clearly that's wrong. It's Polish, but it is very like the stuff from Stozzle or Wolfram Zon. So that's quite interesting. And they were doing press glass. They were doing Carnival Glass. Yeah, I've not seen that before. Yeah, some of these pictures are blue glass. There's a picture of the jug, just a different one, I think, because that one doesn't say it's labelled. Yeah, the thing that I found that was interesting, if I can get down to it, here we go, look. I see these around, so next time I have a see one of these, I'll pick it up and we're going to have a good look at it. But yeah, I've seen these around, they're very distinctive. But they're the kind of thing you just kind of wave by because you just have no idea who made it. But now I do. They also, just for the pile on the, here we go, look, some of the stuff with gold bands on. So this is like 50s, 60s, 70s. Yeah, what a pain. So now I've got 4 countries or 5 countries. There's actually another picture of it. Look, it's got little, that is quite distinctive. So I will look and see if I see anything like that. But yeah, they've got an interesting repertoire of glass here, very varied. So I will just try and remember some of this, and if I see any of it, I will pick it out. Home guard, yeah, that's nice. I've seen these around, and Ollie Winter, I've got something by him. I might show that when I do the video. It looks like it might be white frost. It looks like it's old amber, but I'm not certain. I think a lot of these I saw last time. That's new. And I think that looks like Hayhurst in the back. It's case glass. Can you see the bottom's clear? I'll see if I can find that, because they've got it just down as Swedish, and it might be Hayhurst. Wedgwood. It says it's Wedgwood. I've not seen that before. Yeah, oh, that's Whitefriars. I can get a date and a patent number for that. So I'm looking at the Whitefriars catalogue for 1966 in the whitefriarsglass.com website, and it's a 9538, and it's the colour there you see is Arctic blue. This kind of shape appeared earlier as a cased in red and I think in blue maybe, but as this solid blue colour the first time it appears is in the 1966 catalogue. So there you go. This looks interesting. I wonder if this is Hayhurst. It's the same colour as some other stuff I have. Yeah, I know what that is because that's mine. That's Whitefriars. Yeah, these are all mine. These are Whitefriars. I don't think that one is. And yeah, this looks like it's, oh, it says Murano. So that's interesting to me because I'm trying to figure out those things. So, genie bottle. Dartington Anita Harris palm dish. It's the small one. I'll show you in the catalogue. There's another one over the other side of the room. They're all supposed to layer inside each other, and they look quite good like that. The book I'm looking at is Dartington Glass, The First 20 Years by Linda and Stuart Smithson. We're here on 83 to 84. Anita Harris palm dishes. And you can see there's 3 sizes here. And this is what you're supposed to do with them. You're supposed to put one inside the other, inside the other. I've not seen it done. The Rocco in the shop told me that they look really nice when you do that. Yeah, I have the big one. So, yeah, I need to be looking out for the smaller ones. Well, it belongs to my wife really, so she has the big one. And she really needs to be looking out for the smaller ones. So anyway, yeah, so they're quite nice. They're centrifuge molds, so they're spun out to be like that. So over this side, yeah, I think this one might be an IKEA one. I know that's not, but I can't remember who it's by. Has it got a name on it? Can I read it? This is Finland. I can't read, the writing is too small. My eyes are too bad. That's quite nice. I've seen this before as well, and that might be in my books. I've seen that before as well. Yeah, my brain's failing me here. Yeah, that's mine. That's White Friars, pre-war. Yeah, 1950s. I got that wrong. Even though it's mine. Yeah, and look, there's the bigger, medium-sized Anita Harris bowl. Yeah, I don't recognise this. This is a bit. I wonder if is that Dartington? German loot bowl. Dartington did something like this, but I don't know if that is it. I'd have to look. These look very Murano. Yeah, I reckon he's right with that. These little prance on. That looks a bit Empoli-esque. So you got Murano. Yeah. This looks like it's ochre, or is it Isle of Wight or something? Is it? I'm just Mara. The Mara Studio. Paul Brown, I'll look that up. Yeah, I don't realise. So he was asking me about this earlier. I think this might be Stromberg's Titan. I'm going to have to look this one up and try and find it in my book. I'm not definite. It just smells like it. The colours. So currently looking at the Journal of the Glass Association, Volume 8 from 2008. Inside it's got facsimile from Elverson. There they are. There's the name. Who were importing Stromberg's Titan glass to the UK in the 1930s. Yeah, and here is that vase that we were looking at. If I can find my finger and get it into this one here. So yeah, the reference number there is, it's an E.639. Yeah, and it only comes in one size. And yeah, I went out and bought it. Yeah, I know it was a lot of money, but yeah, I'm a sucker for this stuff, and I really liked it. I think that's one of my favourite pieces of theirs. So yeah, I had to have it, and we'll have a quick look at it now. So here it is. Brought it home. It's really nice. Let me show you something. I'm going all handheld here, but I had some three sheets of paper, but I can't find them. But yeah, you can see the colour there. If I pick it up, you can see the base. Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? And look how thick that base is. The bottom of the vase, regardless of the base, that's what makes it so smoky. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm really pleased with that. And I've only ever seen it as the line drawing, and now it's mine. A bit more Empoli. That's Polish because I know, because that's mine. This looks like it might be Rihimaki, but it might not be. I'll see if I can find it. We've got full service here of this 1950s continental stuff that I've been trying to figure out. No luck. Don't know who this one is by. I will have a check through what I've got so far that's got labels on in my giant collage. There's a couple of tumblers in here. These are Ravenhead, 1950s, 60s, designed by Alexander Hardy Williamson. Yeah, they're quite nice ones. They're very stylish. And price is right. The book I'm looking at here is 20th Century Glass by Charles Hajdamach. Yeah, and this is a picture of Alexander Hardy Williamson, who designed glasses or patterns for Ravenhead. And here we go. So these are Slim Jims. Yeah, And this is a Slim Jims were introduced in 1961. There you go. And you've got here a different shape, conicals, chunkies, and I'll show you something interesting here. Look, so if I go over a few pages, he's got other designs of his here, but look at all these. Yeah, and more. So yeah, I think that's it. Oh no, more. There's more. So here you go. Here's a few more, just for the fun of it. And the funny thing is that you've seen all these designs here. I've never seen any of these designs, and the reason for that is because he was absolutely prolific. He did 1,700 designs, and to put that into perspective, that means if he was doing it for 5 years, he was doing, you know, a design a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You know, just literally going for it. And yeah, and they're all very different. You know, there's lots of different styles in this, lots of colours. So yeah, very interesting guy. What his brain must have been like, I don't know. But yeah, he was prolific. Yeah, and some of this is mine, so I shouldn't really be talking about it too much. Bohemian Orifice. These are from Murano. So this is Venetian, basically stuff for tourists to take home. You can see it's got little scenes from Venice on it. I don't know if you can see that very clearly with the reflections. Usually there's gondolas and some pictures of St Mark's Square. Oh, there's St Mark's Square on this side, you can see it. Oh, and the gondolas on the glasses. So, yeah. Of course, we've got the Medina Seahorse here. Signed, nicely signed actually, it's nice and clear. He's got some other Medina paperweights. That's quite an interesting, unusual one. This is more your standard type of Medina stuff with the sea and sand, like the Seahorse. This Medina, this is Medina as well. Yeah, oh you can just see under the sellotape there, it says Medina, that's quite nice. This one says it's Caithness. I've not seen that before, that's quite nice. Look at that, it's fully marked and everything. Even telling you how many out of how many. So that's quite interesting. Oh, and this is quite cool. I think this might have been here last time. But yeah, oh, it's got the label and everything. Romania. So, yeah, so look how cool this is. Everybody's doesn't want to put Romania on those fish, but they did some cool stuff. So we've got Czech rocket bars here. I'll see if I can find out who made that one. I'm sure I've seen it in the 20th Century Glass database. I'm looking at the 20th Century Glass website, and yeah, he's got them here. Rocket bars. And when you go inside, he says, made in Czechoslovakia in the 1930s, possibly by the Rosice Glassworks. So that's possibly. So I thought, okay, that's only possibly. So let's see if there's anything to corroborate that. So I did a little Google image search, and yeah, all of the other ones that were exactly the same. In fact, if I close this now, let me do this. So there's that one there. If I go up, there's one there. But that's actually from the same website that we were just looking at. And there it is again. That's from the same website. This one, if I scroll down, is slightly different, but the base is the same with those three little legs and then the three little sided. See, the base is this shape. So I thought, okay, let's go here. And then Here it is here. And it's saying roast ice as well. And I'm more comfortable with this because this is actually not an English website. This is a Czech one called Czech Glass Guide. I'll put a link to this. So yeah, so I'm going to play with this. This looks very interesting. It's got a lot of glass in here. And yeah, and this is one of my weak areas, so I'm going to keep a record of this one. It's somewhere to come and hunt for stuff. Bagley handkerchief vase like we saw at Vintage Guru. I don't recognise this. Yeah, I might try and find this bark vase. It's quite interesting. There's people coming in, just so you know. Looks very Murano. Yeah, this is funny. I'm not seeing anything like this with little trails on it. It's kind of matte, acid etched. Yeah, there's things I've seen here before. It's quite nice, but I don't know who that's by. Yeah, it's nice as well, but I don't know who that's. It's not. I thought it might be Italian, but it's not. It's got a cut edge there. And this has got a label on it, so that's interesting. Blenko. Look at that. A rare thing for the UK. Blenko vase.
Lemonade sets. We used to have loads of them.
Medina. That's Medina. That's all Medina. I'll stop here and do the next shot. Got some Ravenhead bowls from the 60s and 70s. What else here do I recognise? Churchgate, not heard of them. That's bigger than usual. That's a Bagley Equinox Bowl from 1938. Frosted one. I don't know who. Look at the bubbling on that. That's unusual the way that's done. And yeah, he pointed out. I mentioned something earlier, and he pointed out. Yeah. So this is Sabina. Look at the base. It's got that distinctive base. And I had a quick look to see if I could find that little bowl, and I couldn't. But yeah, you occasionally see these Sabina labels, and yeah, when you turn it over, it has that rough matte. You know, it's polished flat, but in a kind of matte way. The base, so yeah, it's quite distinctive. I've not seen anybody else identified as being like that. So, so yeah, but as I said, I do occasionally see them with labels on. And a Whitefriars jug. They've got a little back garage place where they keep some furniture and bits and pieces. Got some Urquell, nice Urquell, because this is the colour everybody wants. Yeah, I don't know these. So it's all furniture, but HK Living. Yeah. This looks like it's probably G-Plan or something like that. Does it open? Does it open it? Look at that. Yeah. I have something like this, and I know it's from the 60s, so this is probably from the 60s. And yeah, I recognise this style. There is a piece of glass in here. It's Polish, it's Josephina. This texture that they do. They're the guys that do that. I'll just show you a bit of Josephina stuff. They have very distinctive shapes. Look at some of these with these things with these floating bowls that are sticking up on little bits. And then they have these vases with the loopholes in them. But this texture here is very distinctive for Josephina. And they do a lot of great work. So there's that vase there. There's that one there with the holes in it. There's another one. Yeah, I could keep scrolling and find you some more. Look, there's another one, two, in fact. So yeah, very distinctive Josephina kind of colour texture, I would describe it as, because the surface of the glass is smooth, because it's cased, it's got multiple casings, so you have like in here, you've got this yellow creamy casing on the inside, and you have this white with this stringy pattern, and then it would have a clear casing over the top of that. So yeah, but you can see a lot of these funny bowls like this. You see those around, yeah, so very distinctive. And what's nice of this one here, you know it's right, because it's, let's see if I can get the picture big. Dun, dun, dun. Nope, that's not done it. But you can see the label there that says Josephina. A few lamps, and yeah. Oh, this has got a label on it. Ah. And what does the label say? Okay. It says Vetrogito Seconda Technica Master. So it's basically saying done in the style of the techniques of the masters of Murano, made in Italy. So this is made up the road from Venice in Rosano or something like that. It's Astuni International. Yeah, the quality's not as good. You can see, look, it's pressed into a mould and then just worked a bit afterwards. But yeah, it's just not, they say it's like the Masters, but it's not as good. Yeah, it is Italian, but it's Astuni International. We've got some more things here. This is the last bit. There's something here with a label on.
Four of them. One was the prototype.
It's Japanese.
Senate House in
Yamagen Glass Co. Tokyo. I've not seen that before, so I'm probably
like a nice cake,
never going to see one again. It's probably quite rare here. This is mine. It's very nice. Look at that.
This side they're blank.
It's Webb Corbett.
And then that side.
Bit of Whitefriars.
I managed to find
Bit of Polish here.
kind of like
Look at these, some Rihimakis. These are quite nice. Good shapes and everything. These ones. What else? Oh, I recognise that. That's Franz Veld from the 1930s. I'll see if I can pick one of those out. Just to show you that jug, I've googled Franz Veld images, and here's one that's similar shape with different colouring. There's another one. There's another one. Franz Veld was doing these bright coloured things in the 20s and 30s, and yeah, they died at the end of the 30s, so that was the end of it. But yeah, so you can always say it's pre-war, but you get the idea. I think there are usually some of these on sale on eBay as well. But usually you see baskets. I did jug, but yeah, you see a lot of baskets with the same colours and textures, and they're usually quite bright. And, yeah, I don't recognise these. But it's got, can you see it's got glitter in it? And it literally might be real glitter that you'd buy in the shop. Yeah, I don't recognise any of the others at the top. The bars looks quite interesting, but I don't recognise it. And that looks like it's a piece of white rice. I'll see if I can find that shape. So I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, for me, I bought something that to me is rare and precious. Might not be to everybody else, because I know that I know of, there are only 2 people in the UK that specifically collecting that pre-war Stromberg's Heighton glass. So yeah, it just, you know, why not be niche if you're going to be collecting something? And yeah, and it is quite hard to find. You can go places and look for Whitefriars, and you've got choices. I mean, a lot of Whitefriars in there was mine, and so there was lots of choices. But yeah, everywhere you go there's Whitefriars, but not Stromberg's Heighton. And if you find one piece, you just go, yeah. So as you'll probably notice if you watch my videos. So anyway, move on from that. Remember, I will put all of the address and links to 15 Collingwood in the description below, and all my links and reference books in the description below as well. So please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed it, and good evening. Thank you. Bye.